Did you get a kick this week, please, in your magical game, club equaling game?
Straight to it. Yeah, look, it's firstly, the club record is or equaling of my great mate Joel, and someone I've spent a lot of time with, both on and off the field, is something I'm really proud of. There's certainly that element that that I'm personally not playing exactly how I'd want to be. I've had some internal discussions and how we can sort of change that and ultimately be more influential in games. I'm a key forward that kicks goals. I've never played the game just to kick goals, but I just want to be able to find different ways to be more involved in the game. So looking forward to the challenge and how ironic that I've been playing for so long and go through the ups and downs, and I've had lots of ups and a few downs, and here I am at 35 working my way through form issues. So I'm certainly not throwing the towel in and looking forward to the challenge.
We never thought you would. Look at the list of players there that you're going to be equaling with Joel.
Yeah, it's an incredible list, and I was fortunate enough to spend a bit of time today with Ian Nankervis, Jimmy Bartell and Joel Selwood. Corey Enright and Sammy Newman couldn't make this morning, but look, it was really special. Ian played a lot of footy with my dad, as did Sam Newman. That's
Number 40, Ian Nankervis.
And then I've watched and played with and idolised Jimmy and Corey and Joel Selwood's my great mate that I've was drafted with and lived in a host family in Geelong with the Jenners with. Shared some special times, won some premierships, watched him win a premiership. It's remarkable, and to think that we were player 1009 and 1010 for Geelong, and we sit basically on the same amount of games is pretty incredible.
It is. It's absolutely remarkable that you would share that journey together. So the chance to salute, and then you'll break the record at some point in the coming weeks. So to Robbo's, do you feel the goal drought? You haven't gone 4 games without kicking a goal before. So other than being told and probably knowing it, are you feeling it?
I'm not feeling it. I know it sounds a bit funny, and I'm not sure how many people would fully comprehend that, but I mentioned the point about my influence in games. I find that, and I don't like to dwell on myself too much, but how I look at my game each week on how I can have a bigger impact for the team. And there's different avenues to that. I'm playing a role within our system, but I want to play more than just a role within our system. So I want to be more involved in the game, be able to, just be more influential. I know Ken Hinkley will be sitting at home watching this, so will Asava Radagalier, who I might play on, so I'm not going to give too much away, but I'm just focusing on ways just to be more impactful in games.
Can I ask the impolite question? Are you feeling old on the field?
No, I'm certainly not. My running metrics say that I'm not. I still have maintained the little speed that I've got. I still feel strong and feel like I'm making decisions really well. It's just maybe second-guessing some of the decisions that you're making. It doesn't help when you play against guys like Stephen May and Jacob Wiedering, Liam Jones and Jackson Payne, all within the space of a month. So that hasn't made my job any easier. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this weekend. Significant for me and for the club, and looking forward to that challenge.
Oh, it's a challenge. You say it's nothing big. I guarantee you, if you kick a goal in the first quarter on Saturday, you will be swamped. Friday, you will be swamped by your teammates, and the crowd will go nuts.
We'll see. We'll see.
Do you feel? I don't know if you listen to commentary. Dermot Brereton spoke about you after the game, and it was a really good commentary how difficult it is at the game at the moment with flooding, a lot of players flooding back. Because you're getting older and you were never a great jumper for the ball, so you're not jumping in packs, and there's nowhere to lead. So you're being quite restricted in what you can do. You've got to stand there and stand under the high balls a lot. Do you feel that the game's got harder in recent times for you?
For me, no, I don't, because it was only 5 weeks ago where I had no issues finding the ball on a lead inside forward 50 and around the ground, having shots at goal. I think against Hawthorn I might have had 5 or 6 shots at goal, so as well as being impactful around the ground. So look, I don't think it's changed. I don't feel old. I don't feel slow. There's certain elements of my life where I feel old and slow, but I don't feel it out on the football field yet. So yeah, I think the other thing that I have the luxury of having is a really dynamic forward line around me, which has probably taken a little bit of the pressure off me. Unlike certain periods of my career, it's if I'm not hitting the scoreboard, it's Jeremy Cameron, it's Ollie Henry, it's Gary Rowan coming back for his first game. I don't mean to shift the spotlight, but that's a reality of our forward line. We've got Brian Myers and Brad Close creating goals, Tyson Stengel. So we don't have a one or two focal points. I mean, you're as a key forward, you're always going to be that sort of beacon within your group. But I think that's what makes us so hard to play on down in our forward half of the ground, is our ability to find other avenues for goal.
Sam, the Blues have now lost 3 out of 4. They haven't lost a huge amount of admirers along the way, but I was just curious, what are you seeing down on the bench at the moment?
Oh, I think we're seeing a good litmus test of what some good teams are playing, and we're playing in a lot of those games at the moment. We just played Geelong, played Collingwood, have come back into form. We've got Melbourne this week. Before that, we've just beaten GWS in a big game. So I think it's somewhat a positive to be doing it at this stage of the year, because it gives us a real good look at the way we're playing, our system, our personnel, and what's the best version of us that we can produce. And there's elements of our game that we'd love to be going better at the moment in these games, and might be changing a few of the results, but small margins in AFL footy at the moment, and when you're playing against good sides, sometimes they can go against you. But each week, like anything in footy, is a different test. Every team plays differently, and on the weekend the Pies did a great job in pressuring us around the ball, and we weren't as clean as we'd like and didn't take as much territory as we'd like. So you take off potential 10 inside 50s for us from doing that, and then them pressuring it going the other way, it blows out an inside 50 diff by 20 pretty quickly. So it was an unfortunate loss on the weekend, and full props to Nick Dacos. He's a superstar of the game, and to be able to take that moment and go there was unbelievable. But there's definitely some stuff that we need to get better at, and no better challenge than probably one of the better defences in the league in Melbourne this week.
Let us in, no state secrets, because the opposition coaches and teams know what you're good and what you're bad at, to help us as fans of the game. What areas of the game, of the Carlton's game right now, do you think needs work? You just spoke about withstanding pressure. That's probably a mindset on that game. But mechanically, what's an area of the Carlton game you think that needs to improve?
Well, I think we tell you, we're very open. I know people don't like to trust the words that come out of footy clubs sometimes, but we're actually pretty honest that we're a contest and pressure-based team. And on the weekend, I just spoke about probably our contest method. That's more than just winning the ball. Our contest method is around the shape that we have around the ball, which allows us to be dynamic both offensively and defensively. So if we turn the ball over, there's layers of defence to be able to pressure that ball to win it back ourselves.
You got to open up a bit, didn't you?
On the weekend, that probably wasn't as good as it'd like to be. One, you can clear that by just clearing the area and get it going forward, but which again I just said before, we weren't the best at in the weekend. We played into Collingwood's hands, and to be honest, full credit to them. They came with a mindset to pressure us and then win the ball on the outside, and they did a great job at it. Which then exposes us into other areas of the game that is not the way that we love playing. So, there's a lot more in it than just, hey, we need to win more ground balls or we need to tackle more. The game's a bit more broad than that. And
it's a complicated game, Tom.
It's
a very
more and more
complicated
as we go.
All right, just give us a quick one on a couple of relevant topics. So the send-off rule, John Longmire floats it today. Are you a closed mind on that, or do you think over time we'd open up that debate?
I've been closed on it, but I think the more and more we see these incidences in games, something may get introduced in the years to come, is probably my gut feel. I don't know where it stands. send-off rule for a period of time, maybe.
Penalty kick.
Penalty kick,
You
yeah.
can kick goal. You can kick your first goal with a penalty kick
Wouldn't
out
that
of
be
your
nice
drought.
this weekend? Yeah. Sam, I don't mind that idea.
Well, you got a thought?
More closed mind of no. I think these things are such quick moments in games, and to be honest, it looks like the majority of the ones that happen are complete accidents. They don't mean to happen. It's a very unfortunate part of our game, and we find players are going to be suffering consequences off the back of that. But has there really been one that's been truly from malice in the last 5 years? I would question to see whether there's one. So, we also have the sub. We have whether that changes to 5 on the bench. I don't know. There's so many different levers you could pull, but I'd prefer it not to happen.
Okay. Sam, great to have you here.
Thanks a lot.
Tom, have a ripper night
Thank
on
you.
Friday night.
Cheers.
And
Well done, Tom.
What comes next? Tom
Thank you
Hawkins,
very much.
Sam Docherty.